Yay Media Group.
So I just walk in and I open the fridge and I grab one of those. I'm like, can I get a coffee too? And she goes, you have to sit down and your waiter will come. And I was like, oh, I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? Put it back? And she's like, just keep it. And I knew she wanted to be like, you stupid American. You know what I mean? Like, sit down at the table. Because in America, we're like, give me this, and I'm going to put this croissant in my face and I'm leaving. Like in Europe, they sit down, they take their time, they have a coffee, light up a little ciggy, have a nice talk. You know what I mean? It's like they take their time. We're just very American and go, go, go.
Hey guys, episode 190. We are officially back.
That's right. We're back in black. We didn't do this on purpose. Jordan actually just walked in the door, getting over a little cold from our trip. We're going to get into all that. But I rarely wear black, like all black. And she was just coming in and I was like, texting our producer, Riley, I'm like, Jordan's running a little late. I'll set things up. And I was laying on the floor working on the computer and Jordan walks in. I'm like, are you wearing
black?
We always like wear the same color clothes or like the matching our background somehow. It's just weird to me.
We've been together a very long time. It's like we are in sync with that.
Yeah. And we just came off of small quarters off of that cabin for 11 days.
You guys, normally Jeff and I bicker or get on each other's nerves. We always have bickered. We didn't bicker at all. We got along.
Well, because it was an amazing trip.
We had the best time. I think it was a healing trip for you. Jeff was definitely back to his old self. Vacation Jeff is the best Jeff.
Well, it's hard not to. Like, first of all, if you guys don't know, we did take a trip. We took a little European cruise with Celebrity Cruise Line, which is amazing. We started off, we flew to Rome. Had a day in Rome. We'll get to the details of that. Then we went to Greece. We'll get to the details of everything. Turkey, and then back to Italy, hit a couple cities, and then flew back out of Rome. But all in all, it was 13 days or something like that?
It was with travel. I think it's 11-day cruise, but with travel and everything, it ended up being 13 days. I thought at first it was going to be too long being away from, excuse me if I'm coughing, from the boys, but it was nice. I think it was much needed for us just to bond. We always put our kids before us. And I think it was just nice to have no responsibilities and let loose and just enjoy each other's company instead of just how it's typically been.
Yeah. But again, it was much needed. I needed a break from life, from everything, from work. And it was nice just to reconnect with each other. But getting onto the trip. So, the kids ended up being fine, to put all that aside. Jordan's mom and brother came in for a week and watched them. Then my dad came in and kind of tag teamed and they left. And my dad watched the boys for 2 weeks. And of course, his parents are a little bit nervous. Like, how are they going to be? Are they going to be sad some days? But they were great. We talked to them every morning before school because of the time change. It was like 3:30, I think, like our time,
would be
depending on where
ready
we were.
For dinner and we would be texting them. We'd be finishing happy hour. We always had happy hour at 4:00. So we would finish happy hour with Garby.
Yeah, we'll get into all that stuff. But let's just start from the beginning because it was such an amazing trip and I don't want to miss anything because we flew into Rome. You all right?
Yeah, sorry.
So we flew into Rome our first day, getting into the trip. And obviously those flights are the worst overseas and things like that. But we had it pretty smooth.
It was pretty smooth.
Yeah, it was pretty smooth. We ended up getting into Rome at like 8 in the morning. So we go to check in our hotel and then the people are like, you can't check in till 2. I was like, I thought that was just an American thing. Apparently it's everywhere.
And the place we stayed at was very European. Everything was very small. Jeff and I could not fit in the elevator with 2 of us and our luggage.
Yeah, well, it's Europe. Yeah. Jordan hasn't really been around that much. I've been to Rome specifically. I've been to Italy. So I've been inside, the Colosseum and everything there is to do there. But I wanted Jordan to see as much as she could. I wanted to take her to the Sistine Chapel, St. Peter's Square, the Vatican, all that stuff, the Spanish Steps, Fountain of Trevi. So we put our stuff up. We're pretty tired. Obviously we had some drinks on the plane. We slept a little bit. We get in, so we leave our bags with the hotel, and we get a map, and you can walk pretty much everywhere in Rome. It's maybe 30 minutes to walk to each place or something like that. So our hotel was south and the Vatican was kind of northwest. So I'm like, let's just run up to the Vatican while we have time before we have to come check in, because I wanted to see as much as we could, because early the next morning we were getting on our cruise. So we walk up to the Vatican, thinking I'm going to, run in there and show the church to Jordan. There's so many people. I'm like, what is going on here? And all of a sudden we turn the corner. There's people everywhere. And we walk up to
a bunch of military people.
Yeah, with machine guns.
Yes.
We walk down the street very far still from the Vatican, and there's people lined up all the way down. We could see the Vatican, and then we see there's a projection screen. It happens that the Pope was there, and it was Sunday Mass. I didn't even put two and two together. I was like, oh man. So we go get ourselves a little Aperol Spritz.
Oh, they're the best in Europe. I drank so many Aperol Spritz. They're so good.
Yeah, they're delicious. They're very European.
And the wine was good. Normally wine gives me like a really bad headache here in the States. And there, I got no hangover. I never felt bad. I never felt nasally. I felt good.
You sound a little nasally right now.
I am. I got sick when we were there, but because I was having too much fun, and I'm dealing with it right now.
Jordan's a little tie-tie. She got run down. Luckily, I stayed not sick. I took my vitamins and things like that.
Hey, I knuckled up though.
Yeah, you did.
I had fever and chills, and I just took what did I take? Ibuprofen, and just kept going.
There's a lot to see.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so we didn't really get into Vatican. You couldn't even get into St. Peter's Square, which is a square, if you see very famously, that connects to the Vatican. So we couldn't go in there. We couldn't go in St. Peter's Square. So we took our pictures from where we were, and we wasted some time, had a nice little lunch over there, then headed back to our hotel. We took a little nap because we were tie-tie.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
And I want to know how many steps we took.
First day.
Yeah. And then you and I both took a nap, and then I couldn't really get up. And then you were like, no, we got to do this. So we get going, we shower. It felt so good to get a shower, brush our teeth. And then we walked again
to the Colosseum. Which is
I didn't get to see the inside of the Colosseum, but I saw the outside. And what else was it that we saw?
Just like all the ruins over there, the Capitol building.
That was really
Rome.
nice. And then we just stopped at a really cute place, like on a corner. Everybody's outside. And we stopped at a cute place and just got an appetizer. And you got a wine and I got a wine.
Yeah.
And then we ate there. But then we were like, let's go have dinner somewhere else.
Right.
And so we walked closer to our hotel because we were both really tired.
Yeah, so we had a nice pasta dinner. I try to stay off carbs these days, but
we waited in a long line.
Yeah, when you're on vacation, you just do whatever you want. So we did find this place. There was a very long line, but there's so many places to eat, so many places where people aren't. The food's great everywhere. So we found this place that had a line, and I was like, oh, what's this place all about? Talking to people in line, and they're like, this is the spot you're supposed to check out if you're in Rome. So I was like, all right, well, I guess.
So we waited in line.
When in Rome.
And everybody was having a good time. It was kind of like a party spot.
Yeah, I almost bought a pack of ciggies in Europe.
That's another
People
thing.
Smoke like crazy. I'm like, man, should we just get a pack of ciggies?
That's one thing I like. Like, I don't smoke ciggies, but I wanted to smoke a ciggy with everybody.
Man.
Because everybody, even they're around other people eating, and it's just a casual thing. Coffee, ciggies, wine, and pasta.
People just ripping darts all over the place. Yeah, we didn't get any ciggies, if you want to know, but it was just funny because
cute, long, skinny ones. And on the box it says "smoking kills."
Oh, yeah. There used to be like back in the day when I did go to Europe and have some ciggies, there'd be like these mangled teeth on the box. And like it said like smoking kills it. Someone like their teeth were like the worst teeth you ever seen. And those were on every single cigarette
That's
packages.
so funny.
Yeah. In Europe. Yeah.
And,
anyways. Yeah.
Okay. So then we do that. One thing in Europe that I had to get used to was there are no public restrooms. You got to have a coin and you got to pay to use the public bathroom. So that was different.
Yeah, if you're in a restaurant or somewhere like that, they're serving you, you could use their restroom. But if you're using a public restroom, you have to pay €1 or at least maybe 50 cents, a half a euro.
Yeah.
To get
so
in there.
Normally, if I had to pee, we'd just go in somewhere and just buy something.
And we're like, let's just get a coffee or an Aperol Spritz or a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went after it. But we never made it I never showed Jordan because I'm like, you want to keep going and see the Fountain of Trevi and the Spanish Steps and things like that, which are all famous landmarks in Rome. There's so much to see. And Jordan's like, let's just call it a night. So, because we had to get up and get on the boat the next morning.
Yeah, the next morning. So then it's the next morning and then we are off to the cruise ship and we get in an Uber. And it's about 45 minutes away, an hour away, something like that. And we get to our ship. It's huge. Process to get on the cruise. It was seamless. Everything was so organized. They have it down to a science.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff and I met this really nice couple from Utah. And we were just kind of following their lead. And they're cruisers, which I consider Jeff and I cruisers now. I love cruises. Now I love cruises. I never thought I was a cruiser, never thought I would like a cruise. And now from our experience, I'm like, oh my God, we're totally doing this again.
First of all, when we say cruisers, literally we met people that were on their 10th cruise this year. So we are far from cruisers, but I mean, their 10th one, they went on 10 cruises in 1 year. I'm like, man, that's the life I want.
And then we were getting off our ship and there were people staying on the ship. 800 people were staying on the ship and going from Italy to Florida.
At the end of the at the end of the cruise. Yeah.
But it was, it's so clean. Everything. And I noticed everything like bathrooms, things like that. Everything was so clean. The people that work on that ship are the ones that make your experience great. And everyone on that ship was fantastic. We made friends. Rocky, shout out to Rocky. Jeff and him are Instagram friends now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's take a little break. And then when we come back, we'll get to some of the cities we went to. The holiday season is here, and what that means, a lot going on, which also means that there's not a lot of time to cook.
I don't have a lot of time between sports, school, everything going on. Hungry Root makes my life so much easier.
Yes. So if I can't come home and cook dinner in time, Hungry Root is where it's at in this house. They help you stay on track if you have dietary plans or you're gluten-free, whatever you are. I'm more of a meat kind of guy diet. They have everything for everyone's needs.
Hungry Root plans all of our meals for the week. It shops for us. It delivers everything that fits our health goals, dietary preferences, and your budget.
Yes, there's something for us. There's something for the kids. There's something for everybody, and they make it simple and easy and also fun. When you go onto their website, you choose what you like, and they actually give you an idea of what meals to choose from.
Hungry Root has over 50,000 chef-crafted recipes to choose from each week. Just what Jeff was talking about.
Yes, I have more of a carnivore diet. That's what I like to eat, but there's something for everybody, whether you're a vegetarian or you just like fish or you want to focus more on vegetables or something for the kids. Hungry Root has something for everyone.
And I like that it can be made in 15 minutes or less.
And it's waiting for you at your door when you get home, which I like the most.
Hungry Root not only helps save up money for gifts by cutting down on food waste, but it also saves you a trip from being out in the cold to the grocery store by delivering you all you need to your door each week.
Hungry Root holds all of its food to high standards, screening out over 200 additives, including high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives.
Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/togetherness and use code Togethermess. That's hungryroot.com/togetherness, code Togethermess, to get 40% off your first box and get a free item of your choice for life.
That's hungryroot.com/togetherness, MESS. All right, welcome back. Yeah, so the people on the ship, like Jordan was saying, are amazing. Yeah, shout out to Rocky. Hi, Mr. Jeff.
I know. Hi, Miss Jordan.
Everyone on there is like that. Everyone. I mean, you mentioned Garby earlier. He spells his name with a Q. I don't know why, but he's our buddy on there. There's so many people. The guy who made up our room at night or in the morning and stuff. He was like,
the ladies at the spa.
Oh, yeah.
They loved Jeff. They loved him because you had jokes the whole time. And they were so fun. Everybody was inviting us to come back to their country.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I love? You know, we don't have to walk through every detail of our trip, but, you know, going to the different countries, Greece, different parts of Greece, different parts of Turkey, Italy, obviously, everybody is so proud of their country.
So proud.
You know, it's like when you're in Turkey, we went to this little cooking class in Istanbul and we cooked with a Michelin star chef. I mean, just all these unique flavors and herbs. But, you know, the one thing I noticed, you actually spread, well, at least I do, but I notice that more. But you spread your love of your country through their food, you know, through cooking and things like that. So when you're in Greece, they're like, oh, you got to have the best olive oil, you know, with your salad. Or when we were at the cooking class in Turkey, they're like, only 100% Turkish oil. And then obviously Italy, the best of everything, you know, like this, see this hammer that I'm using? It's Italian made. It's the best hammer ever. You know, like they have such pride in their country. And then everyone on the boat, a lot of people from the Philippines, oh, you have to come visit. I'm from Bali. You have to come visit. Mm-hmm. We have the best fruit. We have this, whatever their favorite food was or they liked most. We really I bonded with other people through food. You know, they're like, what's your favorite dish from your country? This, that. And just the pride that I felt like from people with their own country, I don't really feel here. I'm not trying to knock America, and I know people have American pride, but the way I felt it just going around, and that's what I would say, travel's the best. You see a different side of the world. It's not Instagram, right? You're face-to-face talking to people, meeting people from around the United States. Did you hear anything about politics once while we were out there or fighting about in America, things like that? Yeah. Just like, I don't know. It's just so refreshing to just talk to somebody from another country and get their sense of pride. That's what I love most about traveling.
Well, we also met some great people. There were a lot of people from Texas, Oklahoma, Park City, Utah, Virginia, a lot of Florida people. And then on one of our tours, there was somebody from like the next town over from us that was on our tour with us. And everybody there was wanting to talk. Like I felt like I was on my phone to like post stuff to show you guys. But like other than that, I was not on my phone. And we were just talking with other people and they were just happy to share like, oh, this is, like Jeff said, our 5th cruise this year. And then they're telling us about the ship. Hey, did you know about the app? This is what you need to look at if you're going to go on this excursion, or if you want to find a dinner place, just scroll on this app. And they were so helpful because you and I didn't know. Yeah. And I learned a lot from like everybody. Everybody was just, that's what I liked about it, is everybody was so helpful and so friendly, and they were happy to be on the ship. Yeah. So then like the whole vibe was just fun because everybody was there. Either they just retired and were celebrating, or they have been retired in their cruisers, or they were like in their 30s like us and they just wanted a break and they were having fun with their friends. Like it was very classy, very nice, very calm. It wasn't out of control. Like people had fun, but it was so good for us.
Yeah. And I get it. You know what I mean? Everyone there is on vacation. We're on vacation. You kind of leave your worries behind when you're on vacation. So no one's really bringing their problems to the table or struggling day to day when you're on vacation. So I get that aspect of why everybody's a little bit more cheery. But when you go into these small towns, I get that they're very tourist based and a lot of their income for that particular country comes through tourism. But it's a different vibe, man. Just maybe it's being by the water. Maybe you have a drink once in a while throughout the day. It cheers you up. But the people are just so happy. And I don't know, in turn, it makes me happy, you know? Yeah. And then when you're on the ship, I remember we talked to one guy because I love traveling from city to city, bouncing to hostel to hostel. And if you don't know what a hostel is, they're like real small hotels you stay in when you're younger. I would never bring Jordan there. She would not,
never.
She would not appreciate that.
I would not.
But what I love about a cruise is, and this one guy said it, he goes, you know what I love most about cruises? I'm like, what's that? He goes, you only have to pack and unpack once.
That's what I loved about it.
Yeah. And I was like, that's exactly right, man. That's exactly right. Because you just go back to your cabin, everything's unpacked in there. If you're traveling from city to city, the boat takes you there. And it docks and you have the day there, 2 days there sometimes. And, like Jordan said, the cruise was just very high end type of cruise with Celebrity Cruise. At least I thought so. I haven't been on any cruises except when I was 5 years old on a Disney cruise. But it wasn't out of control. They had activities all day long, whatever you wanted to do. I mean, we did like beer games one night. They have pool games. They have back that sunset
trivia,
everything. I mean, we did everything on there.
Yeah.
Silent discos,
Jeff has discovered that's his new favorite.
Listen, I don't know if you guys know what a silent disco is out there.
I posted about it. I don't know if it's on my feed, but Jeff dancing.
I was getting a little wild. a lot. But a silent disco, and I think a lot of people may already know what it is. I didn't know. I'm like, I'm not doing this stupid thing wearing headphones and dancing around. It looks so stupid. So we had dinner, had some drinks, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go check it out. And I'm like, what do you do? I didn't know there was so there's 3 different stations playing in the headphones, and you have to pick one, obviously, and it's like blue, red, or green. So if you're on the green one and it's playing a certain song, you could look around and see all the green lights, and those are the people listening to the same channel as you. So and you kind of vibe with those people from across the room. I didn't know, and it was so fun.
Only reason I know what it is because Lindsay she does it every time. And she's like, it's my favorite.
It really is fun. I didn't think it was fun at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, this was amazing.
I just had more fun watching Jeff.
Yeah, I was having a good time.
Jeff was having a really good time. And it was great people watching.
Oh, the best.
For me, I was just people watching. I will never call a Peroni. Jeff, I don't know how many Peronis you drank. One of our servers with her accent, she'd be like, it sounded like pepperoni. So then we started calling them pepperonis. And so now every time I'm just going to call them pepperonis.
Yeah, I had a lot of pepperonis.
And
both pepperonis.
I loved the casino. And I hate casinos.
Yeah.
And I went all the time. Wheel of Fortune was my jam. I played slot machines and roulette. Is it roulette?
Roulette, yeah.
Where you guess?
The number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that. But I like gambling Jeff's money, not my money. So he would give me $100. And some nights I might win 200. I almost won 300 one night on slots.
I almost.
And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get it. And then I end up losing it all. But we were bad the first night. And then we learned our lesson.
Yes.
And then we were like, okay, we got to win this back. So we would go and then we would stop. We're like, okay, we won 200. We're stopping tonight.
Oh, yeah. We'd bounce out of there.
You did, though, get a hit on roulette. You put a bunch of them on your number 23.
Yeah.
And he did really good.
Yeah, I hit.
And then Jeff was making friends with everybody in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a friendly guy.
Yeah.
And then how could you not when you're on vacation? When we're telling all these stories, I mean, I know it was last week, but I could just see exactly where, you know what I mean? I could just visualize everything. Like when you mentioned that waitress, that's the main area, It's like this little disco area at night where everyone comes down and then the older people, it's funny, the older people, you could tell they went to dance class, they're retired and that's what they do. So then they have before they get into they don't really get crazy, but they have live performances and singers, but they're singing all the oldies and stuff like that. And the people come out and doing their 2-step and swinging each other around,
cute.
So that's where we'd sit and watch them dance and stuff like that. And then that's where that one waitress
But they do have this one, it's I think it's called Ocean Club, or it's a club that you can go to. That's more so people our age, if you want to stay up a little bit later. And I mean, it's not late. It's 1 a.m. But if you want to stay up late.
We didn't stay up that late, did we? Because we started early all the time.
We had long excursions And I'm not somebody, I don't like staying up till 1, 2 in the morning. I like being in bed by at least midnight. And I think most people were going back to their rooms by like midnight.
Yeah, we didn't party all night. But let's take a quick break and then we'll come back.
So we went. So that's a little bit about the ship. Oh, and they do have shows that were
Oh my
fun.
God, we have to talk about the shows.
Can we insert a video?
Yeah, listen, I was one night, we were like, let's just take it, let's make a spa day, we'll clean ourselves out a little bit, like halfway through the trip. So we got like facials. We got massages one night.
Oh, we used up the spa.
Yeah.
We were there all the time.
Well, I mean, you're there for 11 days. So we got a massage one day and then a facial another day. And then we bought a package because I love the sauna. And, there's like a nice gym on board and they have a sauna, like a very relaxing room that you have to pay for. But
they had these heated chairs. I sat in them like every day. If you do Celebrity Cruise, and we were on the Ascent boat. There's Ascent or Beyond. If you do that, buy the spa package. That's what we did when you're first there. And the first 30 customers get a special price. And that's what we did. And you can use everything. But we did couples massages. We did go get our facials. And then the spa area, you can use the steam room. Like Jeff loved that.
Yeah. So there's a dry sauna, wet sauna, Turkish bath. There's all this stuff. And then like Jordan said, like the heating chairs overlooking the ocean. That's like my favorite after like a long day of travel, running around the city, then eating and drinking everything at night. Like I like to wake up in the morning and kind of detox and get all that out.
Do you remember the first couple hours that we were on the boat and we went up to the gym just to see what it's like and people were already working out?
When you walk on the boat, like we literally walked on the boat and they like hand you like a welcome drink, margarita or something, whatever. And they're showing you the ship and we're walking around. So I still have like my first drink in my hand and I was like, oh, here's the gym. And there's people already working out. I'm like, what a show off, dude. Enjoy yourself a little bit. I didn't know people stayed on the ship.
Boat.
I was like making fun of them. Like, what a loser this guy is. Like, loosen up a little bit, dude. You just got on a ship. But some people stay on the ship for like 2 months.
Yes.
I didn't know that. So I was making fun of everybody that was working out. So I take it back
And then if you're somebody who does cruise on ships, how many times did you get off the elevator and you go the wrong way? I told Jeff, eventually we're going to figure this out where we're going on the boat. I think I was turned around the entire time.
I don't think I made a right turn once. And then
I'm like, what floor are we on? And it tells you up at the top. And we still got confused.
Because it's huge. It's like a city on, I don't know. I was just very impressed. I was actually very impressed. So where was I going? Oh, the show. Speaking of impressed. So we did a spa day one day and got everything done. And we had like a nice healthy dinner. And I looked on you have this app that comes with the ship. And I was like, oh, you know what? There's a show tonight that's kind of like Cirque du Soleil style or something. Let's go check that out. So we go down there and everything's included. And this is a free show. So I wasn't expecting much, Right. And we get down there. You got to insert like some clips here, Ian. It was amazing. These performers were so good, so in sync, so talented. They were singing, they were dancing, they were doing acrobatics. It was crazy. So I was like, wow.
I didn't even feel like I was on the ship. I felt like I was like in Vegas seeing
totally,
the show.
Totally. And I was like, that was so impressive. Yeah. So we got up the next morning. I forgot where we were. We had a long excursion, I think in Istanbul the next day.
Yeah, we went to bed early. No, because that was when we did Pompeii. And
no, that was a different night.
That was a different night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever it was. But then a couple days later, they had another show. And I was like, oh, so this show was all about every single resident. What is that, a bug in here? This show was all about every single residency that came through Vegas. So like Elvis, Celine Dion, whatever. So whoever had a residency in Vegas, Bruno Mars. And these guys sing all their own songs. It's those exact same people from the first show. I don't know how they learn all those dance moves, like for an hour and a half to put on a show, whatever it was, and learn all those steps, every single song. There's people swinging around, falling in holes. I don't know where they were going.
Yeah.
It was just I was so impressed with those shows. And I wanted to like meet the people after.
Yeah, they were like so little too.
Yeah, they were tiny. They had tiny
guys,
little feet.
Their feet. I couldn't stop staring at their feet.
We sat up in the balcony the first night, and then the second night, or the second time we went, it was
early.
so good. I'm like, oh, let's go down and get up in front. So it's just first come, first serve. But then they were dancing around. I'm like, look at their little dancing feet. But they were strong too.
No, they were so strong. And so that was a good time. And then just the places we went to Crete in Greece. I never even heard of Crete before.
Yeah.
That place was really cool. Riley, our producer, has family in Crete. And I would love to go back there. And our neighbor, her dad was in the Air Force in Crete, and they lived there. I'm like, oh my God, never knew that. So
I think it's a military base.
Because remember, we kept hearing those fighter jets.
Yeah, when we were actually sitting in those lounge chairs. Yes,
because I was like,
what is going on? You hear like this noise. I'm like, what is that? Because I was in the sauna, and the sauna overlooks the ocean while you're sitting in there. So I was like, what is that noise? And they were like fighter jets like flying around the ocean. It was so sick.
In the ocean, it was just so blue, and it was just really pretty. And the shopping was great. And then
so in Greece we hit Crete, Santorini, and Mykonos.
Yes.
Those are not all at once. Crete was first, then you go out a little bit, then we hit Mykonos, and then you go out a little bit, and then we hit Santorini.
I liked Santorini better. That's just my personal opinion. I think the shopping is better in Santorini than Mykonos. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I think I liked the places better. Like, remember we got that croissant with chocolate?
Oh, yeah.
It was the best croissant.
That was really good.
And they were so rude. They were like, get out of here.
No, they weren't rude. We were rude.
How were we rude?
Because I walked in the shop and everything's so small, like Jordan said. And we're very American. And when I say like American.
I'm very American.
Like you could just tell an American. They're
probably like, y'all are gross.
So I just walk in and there's like that little shot of like cayenne pepper, lemon juice or whatever. So I just walk in and I open the fridge and I grab one of those. I'm like, can I get a coffee too? And she goes, you have to sit down and your waiter will come. And I was like, oh, I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? Put it back? And she's like, just keep it. And I knew she wanted to be like, you stupid American. You know what I mean? Like sit down at the table. Because in America, we're like, give me this, and I'm going to put this croissant in my face and I'm leaving. Like in Europe, they sit down, they take their time, they have a coffee, light up a little ciggy, have a nice talk. You know what I mean? It's like they take their time. We're just very American and go.
And we went in this store and I started going through the sizes because I was looking for the boys' sweatshirts. And the girl told me, you let me know the sizes and I'll get them for you. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, we're just like a bowl in a china shop, you know?
I'm very American because I kept telling Jeff, I go, why are these bathrooms so little? I was like, I'm too big for these bathrooms.
And then I felt like everybody in every country was the slowest walker in the whole world. I'm like, what is happening?
I was like, how many people are going to get in my pictures?
I know it's so bad. We were a little impatient. So we needed to calm down a little bit. But you have limited time at some of these stops. When I say limited time, it's like 8 hours, you know, but you want to see as much as you can. Yeah. So you're moving fast.
Our travel guides were fun. We had good ones.
Yeah. The best.
And then one thing I did learn, I've never even thought about getting travel insurance.
I guess it's like a good idea.
There were people that one guy broke his
something in his shin bone.
Femur?
I don't know what that.
She said the bone was coming out. He missed a step or something. Some other lady fell and cracked her wrist, and I'm like, oof. Wait, I didn't even think about this. Your dad, I was talking to him about it. He goes, I always get traveler's insurance. Jeff said they take our insurance in the other countries. And I was talking to this lady who's a nurse practitioner on the boat. And she goes, oh, no, I have patients all the time that come in. And no, some places do not accept your insurance at all.
See, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's typical us.
Yeah. Well, listen, I can't even figure out insurance in the United States. You think I'm figuring out international insurance?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Let's wrap this up because we got a lot more to say. And then we could just continue next week.
Okay.
All right. Or next episode.
All right. Yeah. Next episode. I thought I heard Leighton crying. I was like pausing.
Speaking of insurance.
Oh, man. I don't know. I got to take him go get an x-ray.
Why?
What? His teacher called me today and said he's still complaining about his arm. And I'm like, or his wrist. And I'm like, I need to take him. And then this morning he complained. This happened while we were gone and he's still complaining. And I need to go peace of mind. Even if it's not broke, I need to know his hand's okay.
Well, good thing we're in America. God bless America. We have insurance here. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. We're going to follow up with some of our stories from our trip. Man, we got a lot to say, and like I said, only been a week, but it's really bringing me back.
Yeah, I hope we didn't bore you. Doesn't it feel like it was forever ago?
Yeah, because there's so many stories. Like when we talk about Crete, I feel like that was a different trip ago.
Oh, yeah,
because it was just the beginning of our trip.
Yeah, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look at our Instagrams. We posted along because we tried. I know a lot of you were following us. I tried to keep up.
Yeah,
so people could see.
I have so many pictures to take that are to post because I have a million pictures and I use my camera. So I just got all those pictures off the camera and onto my phone. So I have really nice pictures in Greece. So I'm about to post that.
Yeah, with the lady that was in your way and hit you with the umbrella twice.
Oh my God. I hated that lady. Why'd you bring her up? That was the worst part of my whole trip. She opened her umbrella right in the back of my head. And first of all, you know what else I hate? Speaking of like slow walkers, which I'm like, all right, you got to slow down, talking to myself. I hate cutters. What do you think I'm waiting for? I know the Sistine Chapel's right there. I came to see it. Why do you think you could go in front of me? Because you got a big umbrella? Sorry. All right, we're going to end it there. Cutters. Don't be a cutter.